Welcome to the Rebel to Succeed podcast. It's your boy Anthony Williams, the founder of rebeltosucceed.com. The purpose of this podcast is to share tips, advice, and strategies to help you improve in all areas of your life. My mission is to make a positive difference in your life to help you live your best life. Now let's get it. What up, Rebels? It's your boy Ant from Rebel to Succeed coming at you with another podcast episode. So today in this podcast episode, we're going to be sharing some information by Bob Proctor. Again, that's Bob Proctor. I believe he was featured on the podcast before, and Bob Proctor has a lot of information that you guys need to hear. So I'm gonna be sharing a lot of his stuff. Bob Proctor is a very, very, very important individual, I believe, on your road to success. And I'm going to share his content, man. I'm going to share his stuff and allow him to change your life and to change your mindset, because that's exactly what he did for me, and that's exactly what he's doing for me. So I continue to listen to his stuff. And, what I do on this show is what I listen to as far as inspirational, motivational content, when I'm by myself or whatever, I'll share it with you guys, right? And then I'll just share my thoughts on it. That's basically what this is about. So, and then hopefully I'm inspiring and motivating you guys as the information is doing for me. So I it's just thinking me as, a guy just sharing, your homies just sharing, some inspirational, motivational content that I listen to. I'm just sharing it with you guys and sharing my thoughts on it. So, I want to share this clip by Bob Proctor. So check it out.
I went through how the conscious mind works, how the subconscious, and how the body is an expression of the mind. And as you go through that, if you go through it a few times, you're going to see, that's exactly what happens. Now, I want you to think of this for a moment. When you impress an idea upon your subconscious mind, that alters the vibration of this instrument we call our body. See, our body is a molecular structure. Really what it is. It's a massive energy in a very high speed of vibration. Now, we invented a word to describe our conscious awareness of vibration, and that word is feeling. If you ask a person, how are you today? They'll say, well, I'm feeling fine, or I don't feel that good, I feel great. You never hear a person say, I'm consciously aware of being emotionally involved with a negative idea, so therefore I've moved into a negative vibration. But that's exactly what happens. So, you see, as we start to understand this, and we become aware that we're not feeling too good, we can change it. Now, it takes a little training, but you can do it. We are really in charge of how we feel. Now, we let other people upset us, but we don't have to let other people upset us. We don't need to react to them. We can respond. We can listen to what they're saying, and they say, well, you're entitled to your opinion, but that's just not what I'm like. And we can hold our own idea of ourselves. You see, it's important that we grasp how the mind works and that we understand the relationship of the body to the mind and the mind to the body. Now, it's our results that we want to change. Now, our results could be in our physical body. It may want to be, you may want to cast off a few pounds. You may want to put on a couple of pounds. You may want to have a little higher energy. See, all the energy there ever was or ever will be is 100% evenly present in all places at the same time. Everything's energy. You'll hear people say, where does he get all the energy? Where does she get all the... Nobody gets energy. Everybody releases energy. Desire is the triggering mechanism that lets the energy flow. Now, let's go back and have a quick review. Here you've got the little stick person here. There you've got the conscious mind. And remember, you have the sensory factors hooked up to the conscious mind. And then you have the subconscious mind, and then you have the body. Now, the conscious mind has the ability to choose thoughts. Those thoughts turn into pictures. We turn the pictures over to the subconscious mind, and then the subconscious mind expresses the action, all right? Now, what is the problem? Remember, we said the subconscious mind had no ability to reject. We said the subconscious mind cannot differentiate between what's real and what's imagined. How did we arrive on the scene? I'll tell you. When you arrived on the scene, you did not have any conscious faculties developed. The sensory factors weren't even developed. This is how you arrived. That's called the little life. That's the baby. No conscious mind. So there's the subconscious mind. It's wide open. You can put anything in it. You see, your subconscious mind is programmed genetically. That's why we look like our relatives. It's built right into the genes at birth. But then we're programmed environmentally. Carl Mendinger from the Mendinger Foundation in Topeka one time said, environment is more important than heredity. Why do you think you speak the language you speak? You speak that language because you were surrounded by people that speak that language in your little life. And the language just went right into the subconscious mind. If you grew up in a home that was bilingual, you learned both languages. I had an associate over in Kuala Lumpur, had a little boy, he spoke 4 languages at 4 years of age. And you'd look at that and you'd say, my gosh. No. The baby was programmed. Why do you like the food you like? It's programming. That's right. Now, let's stop and think about the environment we were raised in. Here's the baby, and look at the ideas and the thoughts and the concepts that are going on around that baby are going right into that baby's subconscious mind. Now, through repetition, over and over and over again, and remember, the baby's getting it all day, all week, every week, all month, every month, all year, and this goes on for 4 or 5 years. And the baby reaches the age of 4 or 5 where they can start to think that baby's programmed. That baby is programmed to think like the people it had been surrounded by. If the people that surrounded that baby had gone right through school, the baby will probably grow up and go right through school. If the people that were surrounding that baby always lived in hard times, never had any money, always in debt, that's probably how that baby's going to grow up. Now, this is bizarre, but this is how it happens. It's how it happens for me. I was raised during a depression. We didn't have any money. There was always talk about no money. You should be satisfied with what you've got. Well, that's not true. You should never be satisfied with what you've got. You should be happy with what you've got. Dissatisfaction is actually a creative state. So here we have now a baby that has been programmed. Now, let's take and think for a moment. What happens when that baby starts to think for itself? Now, think of this. The paradigm controls the vibration. The vibration controls the action which produces the result. Now, here we go. Here you got the baby with the paradigm, and the conscious faculties have developed. They have the ability to think. There's a power flowing into them. What are they going to think? They're going to think thoughts that are in harmony with that paradigm. That's right. We've been raised to believe you go to work to earn money. Do you know that working is the very worst way to earn money? That's right. You should go to work for satisfaction, not for money. You provide service for money. You can earn money while you're sleeping. In fact, we have programs where we teach people to actually earn more money while they're sleeping than they'll ever need to use while they're awake. You say, well, that's a pipe dream. No. That's a paradigm that causes you to think that's a pipe dream. There's people doing that that are nowhere near as bright as you. But here we are now. We've got the person. They've been programmed in their little life genetically and environmentally. That paradigm is nothing but a multitude of habits. A habit is an idea that's been programmed into the subconscious mind over and over and over again. Now, the paradigm is literally controlling the behavior. Consciously, you can think of one thing, but subconsciously, the other idea will be controlling you. See, we can sit down and we can read these self-help books. We can listen to the recordings. We say, yeah, well, I can do that. That makes sense. That's logical. But then we can't do it. Why? Now think of this for a moment. I want you to imagine that you're going to accept an idea right now to turn your annual income to a monthly income. You say, well, I'd like that, but will you do it? Probably not. Your paradigm will stop you. See, your paradigm literally controls the results. Now, let's think of how the paradigm was formed. The paradigm was formed through repetition. The idea is being planted in your subconscious mind. Now, understand your paradigm dictates your logic. Your paradigm controls how you utilize your time. Your paradigm controls your perception of situations. Your paradigm controls your effectiveness. Your paradigm controls the amount of money you earn. If you want to change your life, you must change your paradigm. You see, to most people, it's illogical that they could take and turn their annual income to a monthly income. But if you follow our teachings, we'll show you exactly how to do that. We'll show you how to accomplish anything you want to accomplish, because what we're focused on is showing you how to change the paradigm. When the paradigm's changed, your life changes. It's a beautiful concept. It's an absolutely phenomenal concept. Now you know why you're getting the results you're getting. It has nothing to do with your intellect. Your intellect, you can figure out how to do things. That doesn't mean you're going to do them. You'll hear people say, I believe that, but their behavior would indicate they've never even heard of it. Why? We believe something on a conscious level. On a subconscious level, the paradigm believes something else. There's a word called praxis. Praxis is the integration of belief with behavior. We've got to take the beliefs that we have consciously, that we determine by thinking, and plant them in the place of the old belief. See, I used to believe that I couldn't do anything better than I was doing. I felt fortunate that I was on the fire department. The idea of building a company that operated all around the world, furthest thing from my mind. But you know something? As I changed my paradigm, my whole world changed. That's what we do. That's what it's all about. You've got to change your paradigm if you want to change your life. Now, you can study all you want. If you don't gain an understanding how to alter that program, and that's what the paradigm is, it's a program. It's a multitude of concepts that are fixed in your subconscious mind that literally control your behavior. It's a beautiful concept to understand. It's a terrible one if you don't understand it, because it literally controls your life. Why do you think most people go right through their life and keep getting the same results year after year after year? Well, it's just the way it is, and they don't know. We should be taught this in school, but we're not. How is the paradigm formed? Through the repetition of information. How's the paradigm changed? Repetition of information. Now, let's suppose you're having a difficult time with money. You find that you got more going out than coming in. You've got to change your concept about money. How do you do that? Through the repetition of an idea. That's where affirmations comes in. I'll give you one that I've been using for years. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. You don't just say that once or twice. You've got to repeat that maybe 1,000 times a day, every day for maybe 90 days. And you'll start to change your whole concept about money. Wealthy people all have multiple sources of income. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened to me. I drove around with a battery-operated record player and a long-playing record. And I played it over and over again every day for probably a couple of years. This was so totally illogical. It was behavior. Everybody thought I was losing it. And I'm reading the same book every day, Think and Grow Rich. As a matter of fact, I'm still reading the same book. And it was the repetition of Earl Nightingale's information and the book that changed the paradigm. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't understand what I was doing, but I did it.
So that was a clip by Bob Proctor. He's a very sharp guy, and you can tell that he specializes in a certain type of self development. So, Bob Proctor, he specializes in the mindset in the subconscious mind and the law of attraction and things of that nature, things that a lot of people don't talk about. And I feel like it's probably on purpose because people don't, certain people don't want you to know how things really work. But, this is vital information, things that will never be taught in school, and it's for a reason. So, but, I share, I came across it and then I share it with you guys. So, what he's talking about is your subconscious mind and the power of it. And of course I've talked about this before on the show, but yeah, the subconscious mind is everything. when you think about your reality. So, like he said, when you're first born is your subconscious mind. So, I mean, think about how your environment shapes your the way you think. So that's kind of like what he was getting at. Your environment shapes you. If you live in a soft environment and all of the little things that are in that soft environment is going to your subconscious mind is going to absorb that, and that's what it will be for you. You will be a soft person. So let's flip it. So if you live in a hard environment, your subconscious mind is going to suck up all of the hard things that are in that hard environment, and that's what it will be for you in your reality. So your environment plays a very important part in who you are as a person, especially when you're young, because at that point you really are not you're really mostly controlled by your subconscious mind, is what he was saying in the clip. So you want to it's very vital for kids to be put in a special type of environment when they're small like that. So, but just know that you have the power, even though you may have been born into a certain environment, you always have the power to consciously change your conditioning. And that's the power in this, right? So realize that you're being conditioned by everything that you hear, the music that you listen to, the movies that you watch, the people that you surround yourself with. All of those things are conditioning your subconscious mind. So, and what I encourage people to do is to consciously condition yourself. Like, why wouldn't you? You see what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you do that? If you understand, well, if you didn't know that you were being conditioned by these things, then now you know, right? So if you listen to excuse my language, but shitty music, then expect shitty outcomes. You feel me? So it's like you got to be conscious of what you feed your mind. You have to be conscious of what you feed your mind, but you have the power to change it. So if you didn't know, now you know, and know that you have the power to change that. Know that you have the power to change that. When you change your paradigm, you change your life. When you change your paradigm, you change your life. When you change your conditioning, you change your life. So you have the power to condition yourself, to basically brainwash yourself and to brainwash your subconscious mind. So I'm gonna keep sharing Bob Proctor, man. Bob Proctor is very important. The things that he teaches is very important. And you learning about your subconscious mind and how it works, and how to use it to your advantage, and to consciously condition yourself. Me personally, I'm a very I try to be as positive as possible. That's why I listen to, I'm a very I have dreams that I want to reach in life. So my life is a testament to me consciously conditioning myself, if you want to put it that way. So you have a guy in me who listens to a lot of. I came across some of this information. I listen to a lot of self-development stuff when I'm by myself. And I understand that, all of this self-development stuff is conditioning my mind. And, because I want to, I know that I have to change as a person to be able to be a certain type of person in the future, to be able to receive the results that I want to see. So I consciously condition myself with positivity, because I want to see positive in my life. I want to produce positivity for my family. I'm going to do whatever it takes to be able to create a positive lifestyle for me and my family and my last name. So I consciously condition and I changed my paradigm. I had a different paradigm before I came into contact with this information, and I changed it by changing my mindset and changing the things that I allow into my mind and my subconscious mind to feed on. And this is what Bob Proctor teaches. So I encourage you guys to check out Bob Proctor and dig deep into his information. There's a book called The Power of Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. I encourage you guys to go read that book. And yeah, man, hopefully you guys have been inspired by him. You've learned a little something about Bob Proctor. If so, I invite you guys to go and leave a review about this. Let me know your thoughts about Bob Proctor. Go to the website, rebeltosucceed.com. And last but not least, be a rebel. Reach everybody by exercising love. And yeah, it's your boy Ant from Rebel to Succeed, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. I want to thank you for joining me today and listening to this podcast. If you found this episode helpful or valuable in any way, then I encourage you to leave an honest review and subscribe to the Rebel to Succeed podcast for future episodes. To receive more content and value, make sure to visit the Rebel to Succeed website at www.rebeltosucceed.com. And finally, always remember that to succeed in life, you have to reach everyone by exercising love. So make sure to show somebody some love today. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you next time.